How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 called Polanki. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to Polanki. This is a fictional map with a European feel. On the map you will find 2 farms, several sales stations, 158 farmlands, 153 fields including 17 meadows, 6 forests, machine shop, 1 main village with NPCs, road/pedestrian traffic, a map the size of the entire original map. There are mods required for this map, starting with the Simple Pallet Workshop by Bartson V3, the Buying Slurry, Manure, and Lime by Bartson V3, Old Grain Mills by Bartson V3, Small Biogas Plant by Bartson V3, and Buildings Package by Shemek 23433. This map was created by Bartson V3 and is 184.18 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out here in the north west corner of the map. We start out by owning farmlands number, and actually let me deactivate that number. Let's see, 23, 41, and 44. 23 is a barley field ready to harvest. 41 is a wheat field and the main starting farm. The wheat field is ready to harvest. And 44 is the wheat field ready to harvest. If we take a, nope. If we take a look at field prices around the map, it's pretty good actually, because it gives you a good wide range of different prices. So if we go up here to the kind of northwest corner here, we get a couple of small ones here, 39,000. We got another one here for 36,000. Go a little further south of our farm, 41,000, 38,000. Going a little bit bigger with 100,000. Let's go this way, 53,000. We got 54. Let's go a little bit bigger up here to the north. We got 145,000, 145,000, all the way down to here where we get up to $368,000. We do have a couple of bits of forestry here and there, not too much. 81,000 here. We got this one mixed in that's kind of mixed in with the field here. 158,000. We got another little chunk here, but again, it's kind of mixed in with these other fields. 164 and 183. So you got a pretty good range of different styles and different sizes of fields. Yeah, and prices, because of that, vary quite greatly. But really, the most expensive I've seen is like that 360,000, so it's not too bad. But you're going to take some time getting there because of the field sizes themselves. Let's see, you cannot buy all areas of the map. You'll see here in the kind of town area on the map, you're not able to buy a couple of chunks of this area here. And I think like in the kind of sell points and stuff like that, you can't buy those either. We do start out with animal pens. We have a cow barn. Contracts are available on this map. There are no productions to start out with. And if we go over to the statistics, there are collectibles on this map, 50 of them to be precise. If we take a look at the mods specific to this map, we start out in the buy menu. There is no mods and DLCs tab, so no mods specific to this map here. But under the build menu, if we start out here under buildings and sheds, we scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll see down at the bottom, it says Brick Shed Buildings Package. This is a mod that is required for this map. This is one that's downloaded. But if we go up one where it says Fence Polanki Mod, the ones that are titled with the map name, those are the ones specific to this map. So it's only available on this map itself. So there is mods specific to this map here on this section for sheds, but there's nothing for silos, silo extensions, constructibles, containers, tools, and farmhouses. There's nothing at all under the productions tab, nothing under animals tab, nothing under decorations, but we go here, final one here at landscaping, scroll over to painting swatches. We do get several additional painting swatches rather than just the ones from base game. Nothing for trees and nothing for plants. So we do start here at the starting farm. So let's take a look at our starting equipment. Going over to our vehicles tab and going down, we have the FarmTech EDK 650 trailer, the Noach Crossmac 300, the Noach Eco Cultivator 300. We also have a Kverneland Mini Air Nova Rigid. Looks like that's a planter. We've got, and specifically more like a root crop planter, maybe, plus spinach. We've got the Massey Ferguson 5709S. We got a Massey Ferguson 8570 harvester, the header for the harvester, header trailer, Pottinger servo 25 plow, the Selec RZK 300H, that's the fertilizer spreader. We got the Zader Proxima HS80, and that is everything. So let's go ahead and take a look around the starting farm here. Starting out with over here. Oh, right there it is. Sleep trigger right there. And I think it was actually back around this side. Here it is. You got it back up just a little ways. You can't be like right on top of it, but you do have lights here for the outdoors, which is actually kind of cool. Right in front of me is our cow barn. Room for 20 cows. Milk trigger here. Walk up to the door, open it up. Feed and straw going over there. And then around this side, slurry comes out there. Now if we walk in this door here, and open this door. Oh dear. There we go. Repair trigger right there. Now this barn is certainly not built for this this trailer here. This trailer just barely doesn't fit. Like, we walk up to it, close it, and boop. And then it's going to have a fit right there. And that's it. No, sorry. And another repair trigger right over here. Now that's it. Now let's go ahead and hop into our Massey here. And head out in this direction. Okay. So here we're going to make out a right out of the starting farm. Gonna make another right. And what I think I'm going to do here for this map, because there's plenty of areas around this map here where it's going to take a while to get from point A to point B. So I think what I'm going to do is at certain parts of this map tour, I'm going to go ahead and hit the fast forward button a little ways, so that way we can kind of get to the places we want to get to a little bit faster speed. So that is going to be in the cards here momentarily. We're going to make a left here. We're going to follow this 2-track all the way up to the northern portion of the map for our first point of interest outside of the farm. You can kind of see it coming into view, kind of spinning way in the distance over there. That will be our first point of interest. As we continue to climb the hill here, you can see it starting to come into clear view. That is the old Polish grain mill. Go over here and we stop. We take a look at the map and see where we've been up to this point. So we're here at our starting farm. We checked out everything around here, went out this side road, came up and over up to here. Now, if we purchase farmland number 158 for $38,080, we'll go ahead and do so. You'll see we get a pop-up and all these triggers now appear. We have an output for our production point here, input right here. You got to open this up in order to make it accept. We have our outputs for our solids here. So you do get your kind of loose material as well as your packaged material here, your crated material. But if we take a look at this here, we have now the old Polish grain mill, and you can see all the various kind of inputs and outputs that we have here. So we got our barley flour, our canola oil, oat flour, olive oil, sorghum flour, sunflower oil, and wheat flours. All these various kind of inputs and outputs are taken here. Let's go ahead and hop in here. All right, now I think here's going to be the first point where we go ahead and fast forward the video. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, well, now we're over here on the eastern portion of the map. We pull in here. We have a gas station right here in front of me. You can see it pops up right there for refuel. To my right, we have the Eastern Purchase sell point. And over here, we have the timber sales with a wood sell trigger right over there. So now we're going to backtrack, and again, going to fast forward it just a little ways. Alright, so coming up here to the right, that is our next point of interest. Now, tucked away in here, we have the biogas plant. We'll go ahead and come to a stop right here. Take a look at the map. So we were all the way up here at farmland number 158 for the grain mill. We then came over down to about here, followed this all the way out to here, where we took in the gas station, as well as the Eastern Purchase, as well as the timber sales. Came back down and around all the way out to farmland number 157. We purchased that for $119,680. Go ahead and do that, and you'll see we get a couple of pop-ups. Now here we have the actual biogas trigger to activate things. We have our inputs right here. Now I think this is for liquids and solids. I don't think this is just for solids. Now, the reason I say I think is because I don't see any additional triggers that would indicate liquid input, but that's all I've been seeing. And our output is right here for our digestate. Now, over here, I just realized this is here. Where is this? Oh, liquid manure buyables. So this is a buy point for your slurry. Okay, so that's cool. I didn't even notice it when I did my initial walkthrough. Awesome. So now we'll come up here. Make a left. Now up here to my right, gentleman standing right there, that is AI helper Noah. Directly in front of me is the People from the Blocks sell point. Now going right across the street. Stop right here. Shop trigger right here. Repair trigger over here. Lime station buy point directly in front of me. And debris crusher right over here. Now you do get this little front loader that you do have access to here at the shop, which is really nice. You can see. Do have access to it. And now I'll head out of here. And gonna fast forward it once again to get us to our next point of interest. Alright, coming up here, it's going to be our next point of interest. We have the manure heap buy point right there. And now we need to head up here just a little ways for our next point of interest. Alright, so coming up right around this corner is our next point of interest. Climb this little hill. Go across the street, and directly in front of me, that is the farmers market sell point right here. We'll get kind of slinking through the back here. Right here we have the dairy sell point. And then up here we have the golden harvest sell point. So now we're going to go ahead and exit out here, make a left. We're going to take in our last few points of interest. So coming up here, we're going to make a right. And then coming up here to the right is our next set of interests. We'll go ahead and stop right here. All right. Here we have AI Helper Katie. And behind AI Helper Katie is the animal dealer. Now, if you want to come to this location and purchase animals, you can use this icon directly, or you can use the icon at any pens and pastures you have laid out on the map. If you use this icon directly, though, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is taking the animals from this location and delivering them to your pens and pastures labeled throughout the map. Now, it does get a bit expensive depending on how many animals you're buying. You can see here, if we buy an adult cow, it's an extra $100 per adult cow. So it takes your $1,175 cow to now $1,275. Now, to just fill up this cow barn that we have here, that's going to be $25,500 in total. $2,000 of that is going to be just from the cows being delivered. So it does add up pretty quickly. Now, if you want, you can save that money by bringing an animal trailer to this location and loading the animals directly into the trailer. If you do that, all you got to do is then take it to your pen and pasture, load it into your pen and pasture, and you'll be good to go from there, and you'll save that money. So we'll go ahead and hop back in the tractor. Continue heading down the road just a little ways. Now, coming up here to my right, through the trees in the back there, you can see AI Helper Walter. Around this building here, gentleman standing out in the yard there, that is AI Helper David. Continue down the road just a little further, and right here to my right is our next point of interest. So what we need to do now is take a look at our map. And we were all the way over here at the biogas plant. We came down and around where we saw AI Helper Noah. We then came to the people from the blocks sell point. We then went across the street, took in the repair trigger and shop trigger, the lime station, as well as the debris crusher. We then came all the way out into this direction where we passed by the manure heap buy point, up to the farmer's market, around the back to the dairy, and then to the golden harvest sell points. Then down to here, we saw AI Helper Katie, animal dealer. We then came over here, we saw AI Helper Walter and AI Helper David. And now we are here at the next point of interest. If I can, oops, there we go. Farmland number 2. If you purchase this for $131,200, we'll do that. And you can see we get some pop-ups here. Let's go ahead and open the gate. Wardrobe trigger right here. And around the back side over here, we have the sleep trigger right there. Right next to us, we have a pig pasture, a pigsty, I should say. Right here, room for 25 pigs. We have our feed input here and slurry output right there. And that's it. That's pretty much it for this starting farm, or this farm, I should say, not starting farm. And then we've got 2 more points of interest after this, so we'll hop back into the tractor and take those in. Just down the street, coming up here on the left, is the last set of interests. Now, coming up here, we'll make a left. Actually, you know what? We'll just stop right here. All right. Repair trigger right here. And over here, we have AI Helper Ben. And that's it. That is everything here for Polanki. Now it's time to offer my opinion and let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like this little... Anyways, 0 to 5 scale as per usual. This one, I really like this one. I would give this a 4.5 all day, all night. And it's borderline 5. It's a borderline 5. So what do I like about this? I love the color palette. I love the terrain, the kind of undulations that all throughout this map. The road network is incredible. You feel like you are just taking forever in a day to get to anywhere. Now, part of that's because I'm only going 26 miles an hour. The other part of it is because just the way the road network's laid out. It's got a very specific flow, and if you're sticking to the road, you're not jumping over, the fields and all that stuff, well, then you're gonna have to take your time to get to any place around here. It's just gonna take time. But I don't know, there's just something about this map that is just absolutely gorgeous. Every direction you look, it's got character. It's got like this giant hill right here with a couple of trees right at the very top of it. Just absolutely phenomenal. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and drive over in that direction, or maybe not, because there's not a road that direction. But anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful map, and it's got a great mixture of all different styles of farming. We've got grass care, we've got actual arables, we've got tree harvesting for forestry. I mean, we've got a little bit of everything, and that's really something special about this map. Now, one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that there are several spots around the map where there's a big smattering of color, specifically the red wildflowers that are just kind of sprinkled. Like, you can see them right here. Like, that's not too bad right there, but it's starting to get bad. It's starting to get to be a bit much in the ways of how things kind of look. That I don't want to say it's cartoonish, because it's not. It's far from it. But you can actually start to see where that kind of is starting to come into play here. But it's not all over the map. It's not, out of control or anything like that. It's just very specific parts of the map. And that's what kind of knocked it down half a point for me, is that there are these occasional spots on the map where it's just really kind of overdoing it with the flowers. Outside of that, though, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous map. And that is such a small thing about this map. It's so small that it was barely worth mentioning outside of that half a point. And if those flowers weren't there, it would absolutely be a 5 all day, all night. And I'm not even saying that they don't have to be there. I'm just saying, just lighten them up just a smidge, But yeah, no, I think this is an absolutely wonderful map. I love it. I really, really love this map. And I'm not really per se big into this style of map, the kind of Polish map where you get a lot of little fields. They're all kind of stacked up right on top of each other. Normally that's not my cup of tea, but this one, there's something about this one that really, really makes it special. And I like it. I love it, really. I mean, we'll just come out and say it. Love this map. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy doing. The shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.